Shalom, shalom, beloved. I just want to say right away, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Those of you who have supported me in both prayer and finances, I really have no words. Um, I have no words to say, and I do apologize that I know a couple of you, I'm sure, have been wanting to hear back from me. I've just had um, at least from my channel, I've had so much going on, and there's things that I haven't even seen yet, or things I've seen but haven't had the chance to respond to yet. So I do apologize, but I want you to know I am okay. Um, I I am doing good. It's just I did sell my horse Kuma, and that was really hard, but it was the right thing to do. He has a great home now, and I'm really happy. And I think for me, a huge blessing is just knowing that he's blessing someone else. And it was also a huge blessing too, because I needed that money, finances. So I still have my black horse, and um, with Abba's help, I really hope to be able to keep her. I've heard about horses that are registered as therapy horses, and so I'm wondering, I want to look into that, because if I could get her registered as a therapy horse, that would be amazing. She is a therapy to me, and if I remember right, I think you get a discount for the feed for the horse if they're a registered therapy horse. So that'd be really nice. I mean, I don't have a dog or a cat. I think I know of dogs and cats that are registered therapy horses, but I've heard of registered therapy animals. Not cats and dogs are horses. And I have heard of horses that are registered therapy horses. So I don't know. I have to look into that. Maybe not. But I hope that I can keep her. So I still have her. Baruch Hashem. I'm very happy for that. But yes, but Kuma has moved on, and it's helped me a lot, and you have helped me a lot. So thank you so much. Yeah, I just really wanted to say that. Thank you. And again, I haven't had I haven't had the chance to respond to a lot of you, and to be honest too, ever since YouTube changed its private messaging, I think it changed some other things too. There were some things that it changed, and now it's just hard for me to be able to see all of the comments that are written as well. I mean, I see them when I review under each video, but like from videos in the past, it's kind of a challenge to go through each one to see all the comments, so I do apologize for that too. I recently was trying to go through some older videos, and I'm like, wow, there's so many beautiful comments that I haven't seen and I haven't responded to, so bear with me for that, please. I'm not sure. If you want, of course, you can also email me with my new email address that I post at the end of my videos, or at the bottom in the description box. But I wanted to finish the study too of the blind man, and but yeah, first of all, to let you know that I'm doing all right. Just a lot of changes. I'm excited about them. It's it's I've been thinking a lot about that verse. It says something like, "Man plans and God laughs," or maybe that's a statement. I'm sure some of you could correct me on that. I believe it is a Bible verse, though, isn't it? Something like this, where man plans and God laughs, which is true, because we plan, and I have planned on things going a certain way, and God has had another plan, but I'm very excited about it, very excited about it. I'm trying to do a lot more self-promoting. My mother, she used to be someone who would go out and she would contact people to help promote me, to get me invited to places, and really after she passed, all that pretty much stopped. And I know my dad has helped some, but I believe that God is calling me to do that now myself, and to do self-promotion. And so I've been really enjoying actually going places and just showing up and saying, hey, hello, this is what I do. I make music for our king, and if you'd like to, you can invite me. And not everybody knows, not everybody's so welcoming, but I do understand that when you don't know someone, it's hard to invite them. I do have references though, so but when I have gone to some of these places, I didn't have the information readily available. So that is something, it's a learning experience. I'm learning that. I'm currently now working on like a brochure to to share with people when I meet them information about my music and my goal, which is to, we live in a day and age in which music is used to promote desires of the flesh in a way that's outside of our King's heart, what he wants for us. And my hope is to use music to inspire people to draw closer to God in the relationship with him. I know that people are really hurt by going to places where are supposed to be places of God, places of worship, and then being hurt. And my hope is that through the music they will see that, regardless of what other people do, because none of us are perfect. Even those of us who are seeking our King, we do things that are just not smart, right? And so my hope is to inspire people to see that the perfect love, the pure love, comes from above, comes from our King. And the music it's just a tool for that. Without our King, music has no power itself, but with our King, with his spirit, wonderful things happen with music. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to share that with you, and I wanted to get to the study, so let me try to do that now. We left off on verse 23, I believe it was 23. So I'm going to pick up, this is John chapter 9, starting in verse 24. This is about the blind man. So they again called the man who was blind and said to him, "Give God the glory. We know that this man is a sinner." Talking about Y-shua, the Messiah. After all that, after seeing him be healed, we know this man is a sinner. It's terrible. Anyways, so he answered and said, "Whether he is a sinner or not, I do not know. One thing I know, that though I was blind, now I see." Baruch Hashem. It's amazing. Then they said to him again, "What did he do to you? How did he open your eyes?" He answered them, "I told you already, and you did not listen. Why do you want to hear it again? Do you also want to become his disciples?" Then they reviled him and said, "You are his disciple, but we are Moses' disciples. We know that God spoke to Moses. As for this fellow, we do not know where he is from." So first of all, the blind man's he's kind of getting, I don't blame him, he's kind of getting just frustrated, is at least what it sounds like to me. It's just leave me alone. He's like, just leave me alone. I mean, then knowing how their attitude is towards Y-shua, the Messiah, he's like, do you want to become his disciple? He knows that they don't want to become Yeshua's disciple, but he's saying, do you want to become his disciples? Because they're just really getting into his face. And their response is, of course, you are his disciple, but we are Moshe's disciple. We're the right one's disciple, who is a man. Moshe was a man, not the Messiah. Although he was to be a foreshadow of a Messiah, we know that. That is understood in Jewish tradition, Jewish understanding, that Moshe was to be like a foreshadow, a sign. He's the one who leads the people out from slavery, as Y-shua has led people through his teaching and his sacrifice out of the slavery of sin. So Moshe was this picture of what the Messiah was to do for us. He did what Moshe did physically, Y-shua has done spiritually. Amen. For the man answered and said to them, "Why, this is a marvelous thing that you do not know where he is from." So he knows. The blind man knows now. "Yet he has opened my eyes. Now we know that God does not hear sinners, but if anyone is a worshiper of God and does his will, he hears him. Since the world began, it has been unheard of that anyone opened the eyes of one who was born blind." Wow. If this man were not from God, he could do nothing. Yeah. It's like in your face right there. I mean, if he's not the one, if he's not someone blessed by God, he can't do anything. Amazing. This is actually really touches my heart because honestly, beloved, I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect, and I've shared before that I've really struggled in my walk since my mom got sick, and in her passing, it's been hard. Like I love God. I never stopped loving God, but it's just been a struggle. A lot of times I've really struggled, and so God has answered my prayer. I wanted to share this too. My horse actually got sold at the perfect timing. I was praying for this miracle. And so when I read this about this, I'm like, wow, he says he hears our prayers, which means even if I'm lost, confused, the fact that I am seeking him still in the midst of it all, and he's answered me, it's a huge blessing. He never leaves us. He never leaves us, beloved, no matter what. And it is a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing, I mean. So they answered and said to him, "You were completely born in sins, and you are teaching us?" And they cast him out. So there we go right there. That is the sign. They are filled with pride. They are angry because someone has challenged them. They're supposed to be the high authorities. They're supposed to know all the answers. And this man was born blind, who is not in their position, he is teaching them. He's sharing, hey, you know what? Look at what he's Y-shua has done. How can you not see this and not see it as a miracle? How can you try to put him down? Aren't you even the least bit curious to know? But no, their pride, their ego, it's in the way. They don't even want to know. They don't want to see. They don't want to see. And we are definitely all guilty of being like that, doing that. And not even realizing it sometimes. But so, yeah, they cast him out. Y-shua heard that they had cast him out. And when he had found him, he said to him, "Do you believe in the Son of God?" He answered and said, "Who is he, Lord, that I may believe in him?" And Y-shua said to him, "You have both seen him, and it is he who is talking with you." Wow. I'm just like, that would just be the most amazing moment. Most amazing moment ever. I mean, then he said, "Ani ma'amin, Adoni." Lord, I believe. And he worshipped him. And Y-shua said, "For judgment I have come into this world, that those who do not see may see, and those who see may be made blind." Then some of the Pharisees who were with him heard these words, and said to him, "Are we blind also?" Y-shua said to them, "If you were blind, you would have no sin. But now you say, 'We see.' Therefore your sin remains."